Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Winnie and Elvis, and we are here to celebrate our 1 year wedding anniversary.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, and those of you that have been with us, we dated for 3 years, we met online, and we are here to share our experiences on how things were dating online and how things have been for the past 1 year, staying with one another.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
It has been really amazing. It has been really amazing. If it's your first time, please click on the subscribe button and the notifying button, and you will be notified every time we upload a new episode. So we are here to answer those few questions and of course take you through on how our 1 year has been. Yes, my love. So we dated for 3 years.
Yes, we did.
And there is someone that there are people that reached out to me on my TikTok account and were asking how the fact that we are Christians, they are Christians too. So they want to know how we made it, in those 3 years, how we were able to make sure that our relationship was successful.
For me, I would say it was not easy, but it was worth it in the sense that we made it possible for one another. So we set goals for ourselves, and we decided to work on those goals and make sure that we made it happen. Now, one of the goals we set for ourselves was that we're going to be honest all through, and then that we're going to maintain a positive communication all through.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's true. Communication is really important to a point. Okay, I'll give an example. By the time I met him, I had not started working on TV. I was working with Nation Media in Uganda. So by the time I met him, I had not started working with them yet. So later on, I started working with them. So we were to update one another on how our day was going to be. Take pictures. You're like, you know what, babe, I'm on set. I took a picture for him. Sometimes we do video calls, just to let the other person, like I call it transparency, right?
Yeah, it was like getting to know you kind of thing, So in the beginning it was like, okay, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is where I am. This is what I would love to do with you this evening. As in, we had dates every day. And for each date, the first part was like getting to know you. So during that getting to know you, I wanted to know everything about her. I wanted to know about her family background, about her culture, about her person, about her school, the kind of things she likes and all that. And then we just built it on from there.
Yeah. And then the fact that we are Christians, we had to make sure that our spiritual life, was balanced, should I say, because there's one preacher that I was listening to, and he said that not all Christians that go to church are fully Christians. Some of them are half-baked Christians, So for me, one thing that really won my heart when I met this man was we talked for a while, and he had never asked for anything like a nude picture. He had never asked for anything like, I want to do or send me a nude video or something like that. I miss you, send me your, send me this, because those are private parts. So why would I be taking a picture of them and putting and sending them to someone in case anything happens? I've seen scenarios where someone sent nude pictures to someone, and then at the end of the day, the other person uses it as a weapon of chaining this person down in a relationship that the person does not want to be in, And there are guys that had talked to on some on a different, dating app, and the moment you start talking to this person, send me a nude picture.
Yeah, personally, it's really surprising that people ask for that, especially people that call themselves Christians.
Yeah.
I think if you want to establish a very good relationship with someone, getting to know the person is very important. And that's not about seeing their body parts and all that. Because if you see somebody, you should know how they should look. physically. So asking that is not important because such things fade with time. So, but the most important things are the things that last, getting to know the person, temperament, what makes them happy, what makes them, moody, what makes them, what makes them sad, how you can help them, especially if they had traumas in the past, and how that can affect the relationship. Things like that are the things that really matter when you meet someone. Now, personally, I was not thinking of having an online relationship. It was recommended to me by someone, and then I decided to give it a try, and from the try, it really worked out, and I think one thing that anybody that should go online, or I would say one thing that we did that really helped us was being transparent and honest. There's no need to hide yourself. There's no need to hide certain things about you. For example, I told you a lot of things about myself earlier on in the relationship.
Yeah.
And such level of honesty, builds a lot of trust and a lot of bond. And I believe you wanted to know more about me, Also, I wanted to know more about you, but you were kind of like close, and I'm someone that I ask a lot of questions. I'm like, why is this? What is this?
Yeah.
I do all the asking because I want to know. And if sincerely you have someone that you are dating, I believe that first period of dating is the time where you want to know the person. Because if you want to spend the rest of your life with someone and you don't know them, you fall into the trap of having a lot of problems before you even go into the relationship.
Yeah, and knowing someone is not. I think people should get it out of them, or mostly guys, because I have young ladies that reached out to me in my inbox, and they're like, a guy is trying to, court me and all that, but he's saying that if I truly love him, I should have sex with him first, like. You don't even know this person, like you've just met for a week, and then the next thing you want to have sex with this person. Like knowing someone is more than like having sex with the person.
Yeah, sex is not the cake. Sex is the icing on the cake. You cannot eat an icing instead of a cake. So I mean, it's logic. People know these things these days.
Yeah.
My
mom used to tell me. That thing called sex. You can't have it now. When you get married, you'll have it again and again, and you'll even be tired. No, but the reality is, like when you get married, you get pregnant, that whole, pregnancy period and all that, like you don't want this person to touch you, and then there is the period of postpartum, and all that, like you don't want this person to touch you. So, like there are times when you're not even having it, that's the truth.
Yeah, there is always time.
So people should not put sex as the priority.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to last with someone, if you want to stay with someone for a long time, and I mean, the marriage vow is like, I'm going to be with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, sex should not be, although it's important. It's really important, but it should not be
the priority. Exactly.
Getting to know you, getting to know the person is something that everyone should develop, because that is what you're going to keep doing on even after you're married and beyond, because people change even in marriage. The same person you met as a lady you were dating, like Winnie now, there's going to be changes, I'm going to change as a person due to circumstances, due to life conditions, and so many things. So if you maintain the interest, or for me, I believe if I maintain the interest of trying to understand my partner as we go along, it's going to make things easier for both of us.
Yeah, that's true. So when things were aligning for us, I got so much interested in knowing him. He was so respectful. For me, that was a sign that you're indeed a respectful man. The fact that you're respecting my nakedness, then you respect me as your woman or as your wife. You get? So for me, I was like, okay, I really need to know this guy. And thank God, here we are. And the most important thing is we were able to go for our marriage and counseling classes.
Yeah.
The lady that took us through those marriage and counseling classes is married for 50 years, has been married for 50 years. And we are really, really grateful that we met that woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything in life. Before you go into anything, you need a kind of a playbook, an advice. You need counseling. You need guidance. So, what better way to go into something rather than meeting someone, that is experienced in it and someone that is down to earth. I mean, the woman, I used to call her mommy, she was really a blessing to us. We prayed for someone because it was getting closer to the marriage date.
Yeah.
And we hadn't found someone that was going to take us through. But somehow, someone recommended us to her, and she really embraced us and taught us, life-changing lessons. So, I mean...
And she said we are her favorite.
Yeah.
We are the favorite couple of Mama Sempe Obra.
Yeah, so Mama Sempe, one shout to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to really teach us a lot about marriage and how to go about it. Yeah. Because
we really learned a lot, and because I believe all that period was like we were building a foundation for where we are going.
Yeah.
And that is the marriage. Because it's a lifetime thing.
Absolutely.
I'm doing this life with you forever.
Oh. The Bible says, if the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do?
Yeah.
So even if you're righteous and you have good intentions and you lay on a wrong foundation, it's really going to affect. Except by the grace of God, you can correct certain things. But it's always good, before you go into life-changing decisions, before you take life-changing decisions, especially with who you want to get married and spend the rest of your life with, you look into certain things, and one of them is the opportunity of having or sharing the experience or learning from people that have been there. Yeah, that have been there for a long time. So it's really a good thing.
Yes. So what are should we start with the good things or the challenging parts? Okay, I think we should start with the challenging part, then we'll end up with the
During courtship?
No, in our marriage.
During courtship, I think there were certain challenges.
In our courtship?
Yeah, because it was online, so...
Yeah.
So
I think the challenging part was, the distance. The distance was really challenging for me.
Yeah.
And, it is, I think it is kind of okay. You're in the same environment, you see this person, but you're like, okay, I have to wait to move in with this person. I have to wait, I have to put myself together, but all those things, but when you're not seeing this person in person, it gets to be hard sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a reality, but I also think one of the things that really helped us was the technology around.
Yeah.
The available technology we have today. So, although we hadn't met each other, I think we didn't meet until about a year.
Yeah. You flew to Uganda.
Yeah, I think it was like after a year we met for the first time. But before then, we had to maximize the available technology like Facebook, WhatsApp, email. So there was a lot of calls, a lot of video calling, a lot of audio calling. And for me, I was even happy it happened like that because it was like a time to prove, the other things that really make marriage work. Things like communication, things like trust, building trust. Sometimes the temptation in people trying to build trust is when they are together, they want to lean more to their feelings, and to touch, and all that. But now it was...
But when they get in marriage, reality kicks in.
Yeah, but this time around, it was more of the, everything was mental. trying to transform what is mental to physical. So for me, my one of my greatest challenge was how to express what's really in my heart to her. You know,
But
but how to make you understand, and how to also get that feedback that you really understand. Because if someone is not with you, there's certain things that you don't see. Yeah, so you can be talking to someone. So
or sometimes you'd be like, when I do this, will she really appreciate it?
Yeah.
How will she feel? That kind of a thing.
But one thing that helped me was quickly I tried to identify her the feelings of her of herself. I mean, the way she expressed herself through her voice. So I was able to know, okay, if she sounds like this, you know, this is what it means. If she sounds like that, this is what it means. So many things. And even before I saw her physically, you know, those were the things that really guided me. And then trying to take her for a date, physical date was not possible. So what we did was book out time. And we already had time difference between where I was staying and where she was staying. It was like 2 hours difference. So we always met, you know, online. We had a concrete time. And one thing that really blew my mind was the consistency we established.
Yeah.
I mean, every time we say we had like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m.
Even our prayer time was really...
Yeah. So all the
take our prayer time for granted.
Yeah, all the engagement was on point. Prayer time was really important. Bible study was important, and also the time to getting to know her. Because I mean, if we get married as Christians, we're not going to be doing prayer and Bible every time. So you know that. Hey,
I'm complaining, you know. You like,
so we had to go.
You sent me flowers. You gave me money. Hey.
That
was the icing.
I mean, that was the icing, you know. You know, you had to express
and everything. Is, every man is supposed to do those things for their girlfriends. By the time I was just going to become a fiancé, and then, you know, like, but you did all that, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's really important, because you cannot love someone and you don't give.
Exactly.
You know, there's this famous line in the Bible that says, for God so loved the world that He gave.
He gave.
So, you know,
it
doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. One thing that goes with love is giving. So you cannot say you love someone and you don't express an act of giving. Now, giving, some people, everybody have different love language. I understood part of her love language, and I was able to play into it. And she also understood mine, and she was also able to give. Now, those were some of the, you know, little challenges that we had, and we were able to walk through it. There's something that I will never forget. You know, the first time I met her, she said, she used to say, online dating is not for the faint-hearted. You know. Yeah. So, which means that if you have to date online, you have to really be determined. You know, you have to be sincere. I know that there are some people that are not honest online. They want to take advantage of others. But I believe by prayer, when you pray, you can automatically do a lot through prayer, because prayer will help you to take out the people that are not supposed to come your way. And when you meet the ones that are supposed to come your way, it's just going to be a thing of personality. You know, you have to choose. You have to, you know, go in here, you have to go in there and get to know them better before you make your choice.
Yeah. You know, and patience is really important.
Patience is really important.
So let's go in for, let's share our experiences for the past 1 year. Yes, so anyway, we thank God for the period that we had for our courtship. It was really, really, really amazing. We really needed it. And we thank God for the beautiful wedding. You can go down and check on our introduction videos, our wedding videos, both on Instagram, here on YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. So we are here to share with you on how our 1 year has been a reality. Hey, reality check. Reality check. Yeah, but it has been amazing. Anyway, first of all, I'm married to a Nigerian man. I'm a Muganda woman.
Nigerian Guinean, eh?
Yes. I'm a Muganda woman. Yeah? I'm a Muganda from Buganda, from Uganda. Nimushala Muganda.
What does that mean?
I'm a Muganda woman.
Oh.
Muchala Muganda.
Chala Muganda.
Exactly. So, okay, let me start on the things that were kind of like challenging for me. First of all, change of environment. You know, like I had to leave everything behind for my husband, you know, and the fact that I'm married, I have to leave my father's house. I will follow my husband. Where he goes, I go. Where he goes, I go. His people will be my people. I told him, your people will be my people. Where you go, I'll go. Now I follow you. You people are my people now.
Follow?
Now, I've even started speaking small pidgin English.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, but I thank God. I really thank God that, you know, it opens your mind, you know, to new things and all that. But it was really a challenge for me. And then secondly, the language barrier. I don't know how to speak Igbo. I don't know how to speak Spanish, you know. I don't know, like, it was a whole new thing for me. In Spanish we say, welcome, bienvenido. When I had to tell my husband, I love you, say, te amo, mi amor, cariño. You know, like, anyway, I'm now learning Spanish. By the time I get back to Uganda, I'll be Espanol woman. Spanish woman. I'll be speaking Española.
Okay.
Yeah, but the language was, you know, a little bit, you know. And then I had to learn how to eat pepe. Pepe. Pepe.
It's Pepe, not Pepe.
Pepe. Hey, Pepe. Yes, I'm now pronouncing it right.
Yes,
Pepe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I was so much used to matoke. There's literally no matoke per side.
Yeah.
You know, gari, rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, like anything else you can get, but matoke, no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
It is really, really, really hard to find matoke, but you know, the rest of the things I've been, you know, trying to adjust here and there, and
for me, I think the challenges are just things that you know, anyone moving to a place can work on, and it's something that is worth looking into before, you know, you decide to go out with someone and move your location. And I think we did a lot of work concerning that. You know, those were some of the things we discussed during our courtship. You know, like we had to agree on so many things. We had a list of things, checking boxes, and one of it was where are we going to live? I was like, are you comfortable coming over to stay in Equatorial Guinea with me? Because I live in Malawi, Equatorial Guinea, also a citizen of Malawi, Equatorial Guinea by birth and nationality. So the question was, are you willing to come there? She was like, yeah, you know, just like she said now, where you go, I'll go, and my people will be your people. And that is really important, you know. If you are getting married to someone and if you're dating them, do you really want to stay with them? Do you want to live with them? For me, it's like a rule. If you have to be my partner, we have to live in the same, you know, place. I don't subscribe to
long distance marriage.
Yeah, relationship can be long distance for the beginning, but after that, people should stay for a long time so that they can bond, you know, and work on their plans. So many things that we agreed on, you know, and Also, I knew that she was not going to have, a lot of friends here because she'll be new in this place. Personally, I don't have a lot of friends, so my circle is very small. So also the question was, are you comfortable, living with me because I don't have a lot of friends, and you're not going to see a lot of people coming around. We had to agree on that. Also the food, was something to agree on. She came with a lot of matoke when she was coming, but she ran out of
and give.
Yeah, so but now, those things that we couldn't, we are making ways to see that, she's comfortable here with the things we have, while we look for a way to get, the things that she really likes. And apart from that, getting to know the real person, is something that is of very, very good in importance and check. Sometimes things online are like what you buy online, what you see online versus what you get. So for us, I would say pretty good. What I saw online was even better than what I got. It was really better than what I got on so many levels. And I believe while we continue sharing in other episodes, we're going to go deep. We're going to talk about things that
what you saw was better than what you got. Or what you got was
what I got was better than what I saw. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was really better. It was really better in the sense that everything that I knew about her when I was dating her was an upgrade when I met her.
And you were real.
Yes.
There's nothing like, oh, you told me this, but oh, you see this.
Yeah.
We're just transparent, and that is how we have been till today.
There is also this saying that you will know the truth, So when you know the truth, it gives you rest of mind, and it makes you to be at peace with yourself and the other person. And the truth is that the best thing you can do for anybody that you're in a relationship with, the best thing you can do for your spouse is to be truthful. There's no need to hide, things.
Having passwords everywhere, in photos, in WhatsApp, email.
Yeah, like we had a rule, and that rule was not obligatory. It was something that we just, walked into, when we started living together. She was like, I don't want to keep, okay, she was like, this is my password. We started living together, right?
Yeah.
And I believe the first time I met you too, you want to check something on my phone, and I was like, I told you my password, and she was like, your password is a self-fulfilling prophecy and all that, So for me, I don't care because I have nothing to hide. So I could leave my phone with her for a long time. And guys, these are the things that really make it work. Nobody is 100% perfect, but you can get to that point where, in the eyes of God and in the eyes of other men, it's really acceptable. So there have been so many challenges. Like she said, one of the challenges was moving over. I knew that, moving over, it was not going to be easy for her because, she was not going to be working immediately, she was not going to be...
I don't have friends.
A lot of friends and all that. So we had to do a workaround, on things that will keep her busy, on things that will keep her motivated, and how she was going to be able to mentally go through that time. It was I think like 6 months time, it was beginning to set in somehow, right? You almost became bored.
And leave alone that. I remember we had just gotten married, and then a month later I find out that I'm pregnant. Then hormones kick in.
Yeah.
So I was tired and fed up of everything around me. Like it was just so frustrating. And it was just later on when I think towards my delivery that things were getting back to normal, but it was really challenging.
Yeah, that's also something, that was something that we had as a challenge, but it was easy because we agreed before the experience. when we were dating, we agreed that we both want to have children. So many couples don't agree on that. We agreed on that, and we decided that it doesn't matter when it comes. If it comes now, but if it comes in the next, in the future.
Yeah.
So when she gave me the surprise, and that was on my birthday, she told me that she was pregnant, and it was really very, very joyful day. We celebrated a lot, and then from there, automatically, I had to shift gears to make sure that I take very good care of her. I pay attention to her needs, and then I just started seeing the mood switches, mood swings. She was just sometimes she'll be happy, the next time.
We are going to talk about that in the next episode.
Well, it was fun. It was fun. For me, it was fun.
Yeah. And I think for me, the most, what has been, I think, the most blissful things in our marriage is how we respect one another, and then I love the culture that we have as a family. We take prayer and we put God first in everything that we do.
Absolutely.
Before we eat, we have to pray.
Yeah.
Before we go to bed, we pray. In the morning, before you go to work, we pray.
Yeah.
We put God first in everything.
And the reality is that these are things that we also did during courtship. It was like a routine, and it kept the relationship going. So in marriage, it's not something that is strange or like something that we have to cast on stone like rules. Everything was flowing as it should be. I think there were other parts that we did not enjoy where we were courting, like praying before we eat and all that. But these prayers are not like the ones you have in church that you want to bind the devil and break his leg and all those things. These are really things that we do from our heart and in our own way, because life, like life is really spiritual, and having it or looking at it from that point of view makes things easy, especially when you have someone that is a partner that you both are in the same faith.
Yeah, that's true. And then I love how we encourage one another, spiritually. I remember when I was pregnant, you used to encourage me so much, like both spiritually and physically. I remember when I felt like my nose was taking all over my face. My nose was as big as this. But my husband used to encourage me every day. Oh, baby, you look so beautiful. Your nose is small. Your nose is small. But as a woman, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, what is this? So we keep on encouraging one another, and then the affection that we have for one another, the Bible says that husbands should love their wives like how Christ loved the church. I've witnessed that you've really loved me unconditionally. You've stood with me. You have been there, and you make it easy for me to love you.
Oh,
you make it easy for me to submit.
Oh God, that's so sweet. Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then you're the kind of husband that I really prayed for. The way you really help me around. You help me with chores.
Hey. Okay.
You do, you're considerate. Now the kind of area that we are in. You go to work, you leave me home with the baby, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, but when you come back, you start from, where I stopped, do you need me to help you with anything? Do you need this? What do you need me to come with as I'm coming home? You really care about us as a family, like you're family oriented, So it is really, really, really amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that, and it's going to encourage me to do more, because I know that this is going to be like a record. So people are going to be watching. Is this thing doing that thing? But apart from people, I mean, I think it's really it's a good thing that you play as a team, because if teamwork is really important. So I mean, if you have the strength, why not help out? Maybe it's not your thing to do, but I mean, chores for me is something that I grew up doing at home, and so why not use that same skill, in my own family? And I mean, for me, I have no choice than to love you. I have to.
Oh, please marry me again.
Hey, Jesus.
Bless the Lord.
Thank
Bless
God.
the Lord.
I'm really grateful.
God has really been faithful. Truth is, we have tested of His goodness. So we can fully test it. We are a testament, right?
Yes,
we can fully testify of how good and how faithful God is. He can never fail, and He has never failed. So that means we cannot fail in life. The promises that He promised us, we have seen them come to pass when we are together. And I believe what the scripture says, that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. The favor does not only remain on you as a husband, but it flows on us. Like the Bible says that the anointing flows from the head. You're the head. So, like the rest of us, me, the wife, they say the wife is the neck. So the children and all that, they come down here. So it flows from up. Truth is, from the time I met you, I've never been denied a visa. And it comes, speedily, like in a way that I cannot, express. We saw that kind of favor at the embassy. They did for us a full reception that we didn't ask for. So many things that God has done in our lives. He has been so good. We have seen His faithfulness, and He is still doing more. He is just starting with us, And of course, He gave us the fruit of the womb, of which we are going to share that experience in the next episode. Right?
Yes, sure.
Yes. So thank you so much for watching today. Just click on the subscribe button. You can share, and let other people watch and get to learn something from this episode. So in the next episode, we are going to share about our pregnancy journey, how it has been, and how parenting is, taking us on. So stick around.
Thank you.
We love you.
We love you.